have you ever heard, "Oh, you mad because I'm styling"?
Yeah.
Well, that guy, he owns League in Long Island, which is where I was originally from.
Are you mad because? Oh, okay, yeah.
He punched someone in the face, basically,
Right.
and that was like the thing that he was known for, right? So I was battling. My first battle was this dude named Kaga the Don, literally a kid, probably like 17, 18 years old.
Okay.
Smoking him. Absolutely smoking him. And in the third round, out of like the anger for how badly I was beating him, he threw a punch at me.
Welcome to another episode of Around the Bar presented by Center Sparkling CBD. It's a podcast and an interview series where I invite somebody on to have a drink and a chat. Today, we have Mike Polisi, not police, otherwise known as Mike P. He's a professional battle rapper and has battled on the highest of stages such as URL, King of the Dot, iBattle, and much more. He's also a content creator, YouTuber, and streamer that focuses on content surrounding battle rap as well as video games such as Call of Duty, Warzone, Fortnite, etc., etc. Today's cocktail of choice is Hennessy and Cranberry. It's a bartender's worst nightmare due to its complicated ingredients consisting of Hennessy and cranberry juice. Also, stick around after the podcast for the extension of the podcast that is exclusively on the Optic Nation membership program called Behind the Bar, where we answer fun questions and we play some beer pong, competing against the other guests that were on Around the Bar. So it's a lot of fun. You should check it out. Thank you for watching and enjoy this interview and discussion with Mike P. They say Mike raps crazy.
You know what's crazy? You just reminded me, I haven't done that in a really long time.
You haven't?
Yeah, I haven't.
I haven't had a
chance.
chance.
It used to be my staple.
Why? What made you stop?
I don't know. I feel like in battle rap, you kind of go with slogans. Like sometimes you use it.
God damn.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like sometimes you use slogans and then you just forget about them. It's weird. But
DNA never forgets.
DNA never forgets anything. ever. But you just brought that back.
Yeah.
This next one I'm definitely
You're gonna bring it out?
100%. Everyone used to say, everyone used to repeat it with
me.
It?
That has to be the best feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, besides like
winning.
Yes, or just landing a bar.
Yeah.
There's something incredible about like being able to create something that gives people a reaction like that.
Yeah,
it's wild. But yeah, when people repeat you, it's like, oh, okay, they do know me.
Oh, they've watched some of my battles
just
before.
A little bit.
So this is my first time ever drinking Hennessy. Cheers.
Cheers up, man.
Henny and cranberry. I asked you your favorite cocktail, and you gave me two very different answers.
Very different. Yeah. And like I said, thank you. You're welcome, or I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's actually it was shocking at first, that first set, but it's pretty good now.
It's not that bad. Yeah, it's not bad.
So I said, what's your favorite cocktail? This is Around the Bar. This is actually our first episode we've ever recorded. It'll probably come out. It'll probably be like the third one we release or fourth one we release. But this is the first time recording. Or thank you for stopping by.
Dude, thank you
coming
for
all the
having
way from Florida for 24 hours and
and
hanging out, having some drinks and talking.
Yeah.
So you said, I said, what's your favorite cocktail? You said Henny Cranberry and Midori Sour.
Amaretto.
Amaretto.
Sour, yeah.
Amaretto. That's what it was. Cox, not Midori.
Equally as weak compared to Hennessy, but yeah.
I was like, that's got to be some sort of metaphor for how you've been living your life lately.
Yeah, you said like battle rap is the Henny. Taking care of my daughter, that's the Amaretto Sour when you wind down. 100%. 100%. So
you also are obviously a gamer at heart. You've been streaming.
Yeah.
Is that more cranberry Henny or is that more sour?
Probably cranberry Henny because I get fucked up a lot.
Okay. You fucked up as in like
gaming, just get crazy. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like it's more intense. I think Amaretto Sour is laid back, especially COD. It's nonstop, so I feel like that's more Henny than.
You're still in the COD grind. Or
I haven't been for like a month or so,
Okay.
just because I'm kind of just waiting for Modern Warfare 3 to drop.
yeah,
Yeah, I feel like
that's where we're all at.
and it's funny. It's like it's like when Kobe retired, I kind of stopped watching basketball. It's like when the
Yeah.
CDL ended.
Okay.
It's almost like I was hungover from that.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, all right, well, this is done, right? You
Yeah.
just look forward to the next.
That's-
But I'm definitely about to start getting back on it.
I think that's how we're
For-
still streaming on Caffeine.
No, I'm on YouTube again.
You're back on you. Oh yeah, you are. Yeah. I saw that you were doing the React, the like face cam reacts for the last event card.
Yes.
That's the wave, dog.
It is. I
That
didn't
is
even
the
realize,
wave.
dude. I didn't even realize how many people do it too. Like, will tune in
Yeah.
with you because I know, I don't know if you watch the Rogan podcast. He does something called Fight Companion. So
Oh,
he'll do
yeah.
it like that. He gets a bunch of his boys together. You watch the fights. He doesn't play the fights. You don't hear
Right.
the audio, but it's like you kind of got him in the room with you as you're
Yeah.
watching the fight. And I was surprised how many people will tune in to you just silently watching something.
Yeah, I
because
mean-
they're watching it too. It's
Whenever the CDL was on YouTube, Seth streams on Twitch. Zuma streams on Twitch. So they had to watch it full face cam. They couldn't watch it on YouTube, and they still were getting like thousands of viewers.
ridiculous numbers. Yeah, Scump was pulling in when he started doing the watch parties.
Yes,
He's pulling in more numbers than the
Than the
CDL.
CDL.
It's actually insane. Like, his first one had like 80K or something.
So you're like a CDL. Are you a? Well, how much of the CDL do you watch? You watch a lot.
I watch a lot. I mean, last season I watched every single from the qualifiers.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, dude, I've gotten big.
shit.
I've always been such a huge fan of gaming and COD probably since COD 4, like 06.
shit.
So yeah, I've always been a heavy fan. Was into the content creators. Like Pomage been one of my favorite creators for a while.
Dude, he's gonna eat that shit up.
Yeah.
We can't tell him that. Cut that.
Why?
We can't tell him that.
Why he fucks with me?
He just loves rap. He loves
No.
all things rap.
Nice,
And
nice.
yeah, we used to watch rap battles together in the Scuff House.
Yeah.
Like myself, Nick, Pam. So
Fire.
yeah, he's gonna eat that shit up.
Fire. But yeah, man, I've been watching it for such a long time, and then I've like competitive scene. I've always kind of been on and off with.
Yeah.
But like really digging into it and watching religiously, probably since MW 2019.
Okay.
I've just been from then to Vanguard and Cold
I think
War and
that's probably when we first linked up.
probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
When we first started like talking and stuff, because I remember you said something like, you tweeted at me and then somebody was like, yo, Mike P watches Optic. And I was like, what? And I was like, is that the fucking Hadouken guy? I think that's the Hadouken
Right,
guy.
right. It's crazy.
And then from then on, I was like, all right, I'm watching all Mike P battles from that moment on, except when I wasn't subscribed to the URL app.
Yeah.
But,
Well, there's so many parallels between battle rap and gaming too. So many. Yeah, like, I'll drink to that. So many parallels. Just the fact that you guys, after competitive, you either 2-1 or you 30'd them.
Bro, I was
It's
thinking
the same terminology we use in battle rap.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. 3 rounds.
I was thinking that too, like 3,
Yeah.
and sometimes your team will get 30'd, or you'll 30 a team, but it wasn't really a body. It wasn't. It was like
they edged
you
them out
beat them
every single-
6'5", you beat them 254, 240.
Right. And it all depends on the approach, right? Everyone's highly skilled.
Yeah.
It depends on what approach you take, and it's the
That's
same
funny
thing
you
in
say
battle
that,
rap, man.
yeah.
It's all how you map it out. Everyone knows how to rap. Everyone can land a punchline. Everyone's good, but
Yep.
it depends on the approach that you take. So I've always been a huge fan of COD, but CDL, yeah, I mean, just seeing the similarities between them, I'm just stuck on it.
Yeah,
Stuck
that's
on it.
dope. One thing I want to know more about just battle rap in general. We'll talk about how like you got into it and everything, because I actually don't know that story. But but battle rap in general, how I feel like when I watch like a stand-up comedian, all you see is their material.
Right,
You don't see them going to clubs and bombing. You don't see them trying out different material and working up their craft until it's perfect.
Yeah.
You just see the Netflix special and everybody's laughing and enjoying it. And it's always I've always been super interested about that, because then you hear the podcasts with all the comedians and they're like, dude, I went 3 years and I never got a laugh, or I was bombing here, I got booed off stage here or whatnot.
Right.
What is the behind the scenes like for battle rap? So first of all, when you get the call, how does that work?
I mean, depending on, if you're signed to a certain league, then you kind of just wait on that league.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You could kind of finagle matches online. You call people out, things like that. But for the most part, it's phone call. You pick it up. You're battling this person.
Okay.
You either say yes or no, and then you sign the contract and all that. But behind the scenes, it's crazy because comedians talk about that. Like we don't have that. We don't have the luxury of that.
Of
you know
trying.
what I'm saying? Like there's no such thing as trying.
Practicing.
Your first time performing it is your only time performing it. Like there's no, like a musician can tour and they could do the same songs, right?
Yeah.
They could have a bad performance one night, but guess what? They're back to another stage the very next night to perform the same song. Battle rap is quite literally 3 full-length songs that you've never performed for anyone ever. And you get one chance at it. And then there's also someone that wrote 3 diss tracks across from you that's trying to ruin your career and fuck with you and do everything. So it's a high, it's high intensity, but behind the scenes, man, even the preparation is grueling, man.
Oh, dude.
Grueling, absolutely grueling. There's so much that goes into it.
Yeah.
It's hard to be creative. It's hard to be creative, and it's hard to continue being creative. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. So when you get the you get the call, and like sometimes I'm assuming eventually you're going to battle this person at some point in your career. So you probably got 32 bars already. Like nothing.
No, completely blank slate. I think for the most part, you want to keep your sword sharp. So like generic punchlines, things that could like apply to people.
Okay.
You want to kind of have in your notepad, in case you get booked. So you kind of have some like firepower going into it.
Okay.
But there's, you got to put yourself in such a place to prepare for one person that it's like you don't even have time to pretend to write for someone. If you get what I'm saying, like there's been times where I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm going to battle Tay-Rock one day, right?
Yeah.
But there's no writing until that actually
you don't
sets in, because you got to, I check out. The second I get booked for a battle, my fiance could see it in my eyes.
Yeah.
When I completely change, because you have to take yourself to a wild place.
Yeah.
To create and only focus on that one person.
Talk the most ruthless shit about an individual. Dive into their personal life and all that.
Yeah, I don't teeter too much on the personal. I feel like now battle rap is much more of like a talent show kind of thing. It's like, what can you do with
Stop
words?
the cap. Stop. We're going to play the second round of Danny Myers, and then you're going to have to go back.
Okay.
And we're going to have to repeat
my statement. Maybe
we're going to have to repeat what he just said. But you're saying now how you approach. Or
that was a special.
It was an anomaly.
That was special, man.
Yeah.
And I think it showed in it being one of the greatest rounds ever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was something that I didn't have to dig in for or research. It was literally Danny had battled Howl the Dawn.
Yeah.
The battle before me. And he had mentioned pretty much everything that I had touched on. So like my angle was pretty much like, this is what I think is going on with you, based off what you said.
Yeah.
Dude, other battle rappers are like fucking private investigators, bro.
Really?
They'll talk about your second cousin, fucking feet fetish, like things that you don't even know about yourself. People go crazy with the personal stuff. But nowadays, and I think my style, it's more of like aggression, violent imagery, just ways of breaking your opponent down without getting too crazy, but people could take it there for sure.
Yeah, I listened to your second podcast with Danny Myers. First of all, I think you two have crazy good chemistry. I think you guys guys could have like a podcast together or something like that, and y'all could really crush it. But it was interesting how like such a personal round between you and him. I mean, we can talk about it now, I guess. Such a personal round between you and him, and then he gets pretty personal in the next round. Right. And then you guys are still friends. That's another parallel with CDL as well. Is like a lot of the guys will talk mad shit to each other.
Oh, yeah.
And then when they're off stage, they're hanging out and chilling, going to bars and
I mean, even
together.
in the moment, when a team wins, they jump up and they start yelling at the person, but then 30 seconds later, you're dapping them up as you cross. So, I mean, I think it's the notion of like, It's the knowing that you're all in it for the same reason, right? We're all trying to do something with our lives. We're all trying to improve. We're trying to make it to that next step. So we know what we have to do. It's the same thing with MMA fighters, man. They break each other's faces and then they're hugging it out at the end of the round. And you know what I'm saying? So it's like a bond that you share with your like so-called enemy. I think some battles can have grudge matches. Like I've battled people that I didn't like before based off of like things that you get into with them.
Yeah.
But for the most part, man, we all know what it's about, and you got to roll with the punches, man. You got to roll. Yeah, I mean, you're in like the most disrespectful form of hip hop and all that. Like you have to roll with the punches. If you're someone that doesn't have tough skin, it's really no lasting
in like early King of the Dot grind time. I heard stories of people saying like no person, like they would agree to not personal each other. Does that happen on URL or? No, I figured not.
No, I mean, there's people that will. I've gotten snaked before. I've had battle rappers reach out to me. I had a battle rapper in particular reach out to me and was like, "Hey, man, can we not be like personal?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course." I'm like, "I've been his acquaintance for like 7 or 8 years. Yeah, no problem." And then just drop 2.5 personal rounds like over your dome piece, and you're like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, so you got to learn not to. Yeah, it's not a conversation that you want to have with a battler. You don't want to take away certain strengths that you have.
Yeah,
and it's just the game, man. Right? It's just anything goes, anything counts.
Yeah, it's the game. Formal likes to say it's the game within the game. So the game is your, but you're like. Just writing
mental chess like, the whole time, even from how you interact with your opponents before a battle, certain things that you say. I've learned, like I'm really good at making fun of people, right? So like I'll do really funny videos for my opponents. I feel like I have to stop doing that because I feel like the reason why my opponents go so crazy against me and why I'm always up against someone's top performance is because I gave them that fuel with your shit talk. You know what I'm saying? Like you could fuel a fire. So it all depends. It's all mental. It's so many things before you get to the rap itself.
Yeah, that's.
This is slap a dab.
It's nice, right? That's my man Austin Cox over there. How are you doing, Matt?
I'm doing good.
Matt's got a mic as well, so you never need to ask.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Matt, have you watched any battle rap?
All of it.
Just 8 Mile?
Yeah, just 8 Mile. Yep,
just 8 Mile on repeat every Saturday. Yep. I hear you, man. I hear you.
So let's talk about how you got into rap battle or battling in general. Like how did that happen?
I mean, I'm 34. I've been rapping since I was 14. So I started rapping in 8th grade. And, made a lot of music and mixtapes and all that stuff for like your high school friends and all that crap. Like not really trying to get famous, but just trying to, sharpen the sword and become a rapper. And when I was about 18 and 19, I was kind of going through it in my personal life, and I had taken a long time off. Like I had just straight up stopped making music, probably for like a good 6 years. I had talked to my best friend Marlon, who's the reason why I rap, because when I moved to Belmore in 8th grade, I used to see him walking around, and he would just freestyle and just start dissing people. And I just thought it was so fire that I just, thought to like maybe give it a shot, right?
Yeah.
So I stopped for probably like 6 years. I told him when I was like 25 that I'm looking to get back into music.
Okay.
And he said to take a battle. And I was like, well, why would I? Like, why would I'm trying to make music. Why would I take a battle? And he was like, well, throw yourself into a tough situation, force yourself to have to write within a date, because I'm so used to trying at that time. I was so used to trying to write, and then, you get 8 bars out and then you scrap it and you never look at it again.
Yep.
Force yourself to do something, and then maybe it gets you in the mood to start making music. First battle, I got punched in the face.
What?
My first battle was this dude named Kago the Don.
Okay.
What's the funny story about that is the league owner, his name is Ian J. And I don't know if you know this. I'm pretty sure some people do because it was a really viral video. Have you ever heard, "Oh, you mad because I'm styling"?
Yeah.
Well, that guy, he owns a league in Long Island, which is where I was originally from.
Are you mad? Okay, yeah.
He punched someone in the face, basically. And that was like the thing that he was known for, right? So I was battling, my first battle was this dude named Kago the Don. Literally a kid, probably like 17, 18 years old.
Okay.
Smoking him, absolutely smoking him. And in the third round, out of like the anger for how badly I was beating him, he threw a punch at me.
What?
Literally threw a punch. It was actually hailed as the weakest sucker punch in the history of
Is it
the
recorded?
internet. Yeah. Yeah,
what's it called?
It's called Mike P beats dude so bad dat he throws a sucker punch. End of
You
the
got
round.
that, Matt?
End of the round, and the funniest part is, right? You could see he hits me with like 3 fingers. As I'm going down, I'm smiling. Like,
Really?
I'm literally smiling because I'm like, this kid did not. I'm literally going down like this kid did not just hit me.
Yeah.
It was hailed as one of the weakest punches ever. They Ian J reached out to him after and was like, "Yo, why did you do that?" Literally said verbatim, "I thought because you had done that before in your career that it would be respected. It would be okay." So, dude, the battle ends, and I'm like, all right, well,
God.
I'm done with that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm never battling again. Thanks.
I'm never doing that shit.
I'm definitely getting into music now. Like, thanks for the inspiration. But that first battle got 800,000 views.
Damn.
900,000 views.
Because you got punched.
Because I got punched, right? But then, you start seeing people talking about it. And then also it's like I've been an artist for so long. Battle rap is the first time that I've seen people that I don't know speaking about me.
Yeah.
People on YouTube. And one of the things that they said was that I was so nice. I was
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
And it did something for me, right? There's a part that, you kind of want that acceptance. And it turned into
What year is this?
2013.
2013. Oh, so
first
this is
battle.
way after like the math punch, right?
Which one? Which one? I mean, but after he punched Dose, and yeah,
The dose one is what I was talking about.
it was after the Dose. It was after the Dose punch.
That's dope. So you use that virality to basically catapult. So you kind of got you took a battle as just like a
Oh my god.
Mike P beats dude so bad dad. I love how you said
He
dad.
pulls a sucker punch
Sucker punch.
in a rap battle. Oh, my man Ian J. Shout out to Ian J. Man, 717,000. Okay,
700.
All right. I might have, I rounded up, even though I shouldn't have.
Listen, for first battle, man.
Yeah, it's towards the end. And it's funny because it's literally right here.
It's right here.
Yep.
Oh shit! Yo, how did I not know that?
Dude, at this point, I'm literally on the ground like this. I'm like, what is...
Oh my!
Smile.
Yo, what the hell,
Yeah, dude. Unbelievable.
dude? That
Absolutely.
is crazy.
I haven't seen that in such a long time. That is so crazy. Yeah, dude, I'm
Holy
literally
shit.
on the ground because we were on like a platform that was like this high.
Yeah.
So the second he hit me, he dove into me. I took one step back and I'm like,
You're falling.
I'm tipping over.
Yeah.
I'm literally just in guard. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Never doing that again.
That's
and then,
wild.
yeah, I mean, the reception from it was crazy. So I capitalized on it, battled about 9 more times before I got a call from URL. And
Yeah.
then, yeah,
What's
doing
that?
URL.
What's that grind like? Where like you're in the, I guess, amateur leagues in comparison to URL King of the Dot.
Yeah.
What is that grind like? What is the underground battle rap scene like?
You know, it's crazy because I didn't look at it as something that I was like grinding towards, just because you really only do it maybe like 4 to 5 times a year. So it like wasn't necessarily like I wasn't even really thinking of my profile and gaining fans. It was just something that was so new to me. It wasn't until like my second year and getting better where I realized like, okay, maybe I should go for this. Maybe there's a chance that I could actually make it on one of these major leagues.
Yeah.
So then it became a thing where I was very conscious of what I was doing and how I was writing, not just writing to write and just, test the waters. It became, okay, these are my strong points now. Now I know my weaknesses, my strong points. And I think that's why I've always progressed. Like I have the ability to step outside myself and never be happy with what I do. There's always something that you have to work on.
Yeah.
So I'd say probably like second year is when I really started taking it serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you whenever you start taking it serious, do you study what other people do and like how they write, how they rebuttal, how like their stage presence, or do you just kind of like do your own thing and perfect that?
Subconsciously. subconsciously. I think when you just watch people, it's kind of like being a basketball player and watching someone do post moves that you've never done before, and then all of a sudden you're doing them, right? It's like you didn't make the conscious effort, like, all right, I'm going to go out on this court and I'm just going to start doing moves from other people. It's like you kind of take that mental note of like, okay, this works, that works, things like that. But I started figuring out my own style, and dude, just went from there, bro.
That's crazy. So your first URL battle is
2015. I battled Haitian. On the Proving Grounds.
Okay, and then you were in how many PG battles were you in?
Two.
Yeah. That one and Av?
2 and out. Yeah, that one and Av. Yep.
That's a grind. So your friend tells you to take a battle. Had you been a fan of battle rap?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
For years.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, ever since the start. Yeah. From Smack DVD.
Smack DVDs.
Soon as YouTube came about. Grind Time, King of the Dot, back out. I was a fan when you had to click onto another video to watch the second round of the battle.
Yeah, same.
Like back then when you couldn't even upload like a certain amount of time to
That's
YouTube.
That's why the Iron Solomon Enes battle has like 9 million views, because if you want to watch a round, you got to click the next
keep clicking onto. Yeah. So I've been a fan as long as it's been out.
Yeah. So I kind of got into it like middle school on Google Video before YouTube. Before YouTube. I just, I had heard about 8 Mile. I'd heard, my parents wouldn't let me watch it, but it's one of those where like you kind of hear about battle rap. So
right.
I like looked it up, and that's when, you see like people re-uploading Smack DVD and like the Reed Dollars stuff. Like the Bombs Over Baghdad, that shit.
Hefty or the Glad Bag, Ella Dell, Bombs Over Baghdad.
Yeah.
Philly.
You're gonna know it better than I
just got
do.
back from Philly too. I just did an event out there. Reed was on the card too, and you remember Hollow Man?
Yeah.
PC. That means proceed with caution. Yeah, he just rapped for the first time in 20 years.
Yeah, I saw Twitter going crazy about that, and the crowd like rapped with him.
Yeah, I was doing it too. I was next, and I was like trying to save my voice, but I was like, hell no, man. I mean, because it's crazy, because like that was damn near 20 years ago.
Yeah,
and it's like that influenced me so heavily.
Yeah,
and then 20 years later to be in the building, like main eventing, and then hear him do that 20 years later, absolutely insane.
Yeah. See, I think some people get into, like, at least in my generation, like I'm 30, so like myself and Nick, we've been watching battles for a long time, and we got into it the 2 different ways. I think people my age do. Yeah. One is like you watch Jen's run in 106 in Park. And that's what I watch all of those. Mm-hmm. And I remember like it's all freestyle, and so it doesn't age very well. But,
right.
But at the time I'm 13, and I'm like, this is the craziest.
How does he do? Yeah.
These Timbs, they say made in China. Like all that shit. I was like, dude, it doesn't get better than that. No one can beat Jen. And then you watch the Iron Solomon Jen, you watch Serious Jones Jen, and you're like, there's a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember watching Serious in Fight Club.
Yep.
Staying up till like midnight just to see it. And I remember watching Serious Jones versus Jin and being like, how do you rap like that?
Right,
like, how is that even possible? It's ridiculous. But I think that's a beautiful part about battle rap. Like, it is the highest level of rap. Like, it really is.
Yeah,
music is music. And obviously you can't really be like too intricate on music, because then the song's not that good. But high form of writing.
And you start getting to like, Nick and I always complain about new age Eminem. It's just like it's too much.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. It's weird to hear him like rapping like he still has something to prove. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a perfect example of people that pay attention to the small bit of hate compared to the huge amount of love. It's kind of a weird thing, because he dominated for so long that it's like, why are you letting people affect you like that? But
it's like his talent is probably getting better, but the listenability or whatever, like I feel like you gotta like fucking do drugs and listen to it or something. Like he's rapping
to
like
feel like any good vibe from it. Right. Yeah.
Nick's like he's rapping 9 syllables together, but like I don't know what the fuck he's saying.
Yeah, it's like I have work tomorrow. I can't even pay attention. I didn't have my breakfast. I have like a solid breakfast to keep up with Eminem nowadays.
Yeah. So that's how you get into it. You get punched in the face, rise to fame.
Punch to fame. Punch to infamy.
Mace is over there. I just don't want him. I want my dog's still walking around. I don't want him to poop on the floor. Because then Matt's gonna have to clean it up, and now it's like, right, Matt?
Yeah, no, I got it. I'm keeping an eye on him now. I didn't know that. So.
He's mic'd up. Dog's mic'd up.
Oh shit, you almost done? Fuck, I gotta. Cox, he might be done, man.
Delicious. It's actually been a while since I've had Henny.
Yeah, you say you're more of a smoker now, right?
Yeah. I've always been. I was never really a drinker. I think that's why my choices are so wacky. Like, it's just fucking like I have no variety. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that one drink that I had one time, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is.
It's going to be interesting how this podcast goes, because there's a possibility I'm doing another one of these in 2 days. Matt,
oh yeah, no, I'm in. I'm down. I'm down. I got you.
And his name is Mango, and he's like a Super Smash Brothers player. And I was like, so what's your cocktail of choice? And he was like, just bring 2 40s. I was like, 2 40s? We're going to go from, Henny Cranberry to two 40s.
Old Englishes duct taped to your hands.
So we'll see how that goes. You can come whenever. So you get into it. Something that I was asking Nick about it, and he said we had a fly cast today. We were talking. I was like, "Yeah, Mike's coming," and he was like, "What, for real?" And so he had a few questions. One of them, he asked which battle rappers are corny behind the scenes. That's what he wants to know. So I know you probably can't answer that.
I can't.
Yeah, you can't answer that. But maybe you can tell me off camera.
Right. Yeah, I got you with all 17 of them.
The other thing he want to know is like, forgot this shit.
Yes.
Look at him pour up.
That was a fire pour.
So a lot of Call of Duty players before the CDL, we have a lot of people here have big platforms. Like we make a lot of YouTube videos, we make some, we scrim or a lot of my buddies scrim and stuff, and they have big platforms. But a lot of them, when we first started out, have day jobs and stuff too.
Right.
So just because the platform is big doesn't mean that the finances are there as well.
Yep. Yeah.
So I've always been curious about the monetization of battle rap because, you're in such a braggadocious and bodacious, career.
Right.
You're talking about how you do all these things.
Right.
But like coming from the YouTube side of things, I know how hard we work for views and how little of the money how hard we have to work in order to like monetize that platform.
Yeah.
What is that like for battle rap? And has that been a steady increase, or is it kind of plateaued? And
as far as battle rap, man, with monetization, that's the league's money. You know what I'm saying? Whatever league you rap for, that's just their money as far as whatever comes out on YouTube views. You're really just like a sole proprietor. It's just contract to contract.
Yeah.
You get a X amount of money when you sign, X amount of money when you're done. And that's about it, man. There's really not that much money in battle rap. It's kind of crazy.
Imagine, dog.
Yeah, it's crazy. And it's weird too because it's hard to balance like being somebody that could walk outside and get recognized, and then also like living check to check and having to bust your ass and doing all these things. It's like almost like you get a sense of like almost embarrassment, like when people meet you in person or they see you at your job or something. It's almost like their expectations of you are like gone. You know what I'm saying? Like they look at you like larger. Like you're larger in life than life. And I said that verse JC in the third round. I had a really like real talk round where I was just saying like, dude, I'm a normal person, man. I put battle rap the same way I said it versus JC is the same way I'll explain it. Like, 4 to 5 days of the week you get to play Superman. For the year. 4 to 5 days a year. Yeah. You get to be Superman. You get to be this uber famous person. You walk in, everyone's like, "Oh shit, it's this guy," and then you're like, "I got fucking
work
Monday morning. I gotta fucking roll around. I got the energy bill coming out. Like I don't know how I'm gonna fucking do it. I gotta take another bout." You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's good money in it if you get to a certain place, but it's really about what you do with the money, and that's something that it might have taken me a little too long to realize that that's what you got to do. Invest with what you make. You can't live off of battle rap. There's not a single battle rapper. Maybe there's a couple guys that get 20 grand, 30 grand to battle. You battle twice a year and you're okay, right?
Yeah.
But it's still just a normal, salary. It's a weird thing to balance. It really is. And it fucks with your head too.
I can imagine.
Sometimes you think who you are and you feel like you're on top of the world, and then you kind of just look around and you're like, this,
I feel
it's
like
hard to have something to show for in battle rap besides just the videos themselves.
Yeah, I think,
Oh my! Hey, look down. It's all full.
It's all full.
Would you look at that?
I'm gonna have to pace myself on this one. My fucking
Take a small.
my questions started getting a little stumbly there for a little bit.
Why does your face stink?
So in order to capitalize like on that platform that battle rap does give you, I think there's been a few instances where like people do a really good job of it. So with that included, how many like full-time battle rappers do you think are out there? Or like
just living off of battle rap?
Just battle rap and just the platform that battle rap. So like I would count Math Hoffa because of, I don't know if he has a job, but I'm saying
my expert opinion, his YouTube
that's
channel
what
is the biggest.
That's what I'm saying.
Biggest in hip hop.
And I think that is an incredible way to monetize what all of that hard work has done.
Well, you know what battle rap is? It's a trampoline to get to another place. That's really you want to utilize battle rap and any platform that you're on to look as good as you possibly can to see if someone catches your eye. Yeah. There's a lot of people on Wildin' Out. Hitman, Clips, and Sharon, and people that make it off of battle rap. As far as straight up living off battle rap, I can't even tell you. Yeah. Maybe Easy to Block Captain, Geechee Gotti. Dude, I mean, it's so when you
Disaster
get Rock, Tay Rock.
I don't know.
But he battles a lot, so I'm sure he collects a lot of checks. But I mean, dude, there's it's almost like the top 1%.
Yeah, I can imagine.
99% of battle rap, you're getting nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For a long time in the URL, I make thousands to rap, and I've gotten pretty close to 5-figure checks and all that other stuff. But it's not sustainable. It's not something that I could ever think like, all right, I don't need to clock in.
Yeah,
I don't need to work a job.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you gotta, especially now you got a baby.
I know.
How's fatherhood been, man? It's been too long. I waited way too long to ask that.
Dude, it's absolutely amazing, man. Yeah. It's crazy. Purpose fulfilled. Purpose in life 100% fulfilled. Beautiful, big, smart, gorgeous girl. It's just drive a screwdriver through someone's head over her. It's just you realize there's different levels of love. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at my fiance and it's like, I would die for you. Yeah. And you look at your daughter and you're like, I would murder somebody for you. Like, absolutely murder somebody. It's incredible, man. And she's such a good kid too. Yeah. She's such a good kid. Like the stereotypical baby. Yeah. Like I came into thinking she's just not that. She's so quiet and kind and she's amazing. Fatherhood's amazing.
Good, man. Good.
Hell yeah.
If you guys do not mind, allow me to interrupt the podcast for just a few seconds while we talk about Center. And while I'm going to do that, you can look on the screen and watch Austin Cox make a wonderful drink of his choice that involves Center CBD. The Around the Bar podcast is presented by Center. Center offers all natural hemp-derived CBD beverages with premium ingredients to help you find clarity and focus in everyday life. At your bar, Center could be a great addition to your mixed drinks. Add the balance powder to your drink of choice for a CBD boost without changing flavor of your drink. Center can also serve as a tasty alcohol alternative. A favorite mix of mine is the unsweetened CBD sparkling drink with a pomegranate relaxed flavor of CBD powder. Center has supported many of the podcasts, the Optic Podcast, the Flycast, and of course now Around the Bar. It's a great product. Please go check it out. Take a sip, take a moment, find your Center. Use Optic 25 for 25% off your first order today. Go to findyourcenter.com and also follow the guys on Instagram. They're doing giveaways and stuff all the time. So at Find Your Center on Instagram as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you so much to Center for sponsoring the first season of Around the Bar. And thank you for Austin Cox for making that wonderful, wonderful drink. All right, back to the podcast. What is that? Oh, I think it's a car outside, beeping and stuff.
That's a crazy beep.
That's what that was, right, Matt?
Hyena
I think
horn.
so. Yeah, I have no idea.
I thought it was Mace at first, but he's chilling over
I
there.
thought it was
so.
a dying deer. Deer on its
Downtown
back.
Dallas, dying deer. What's your favorite place to battle in?
That's a good question, man.
And do you have a home? Do you have a home crowd?
I would say New York, but
New
it's
York?
been so long since I've battled in New York. You know, URL stopped being there for a while.
It's probably. I mean,
It's so expensive.
We're about to do this off-season event,
Yeah.
and so all I'm thinking is finances and like how much it
Right.
costs. Dog, I can't even imagine how much it costs to throw a battle.
throw an event in New York.
In New
Yeah,
York.
100%.
I
I
can't
mean,
even
New
imagine.
York for sure. Virginia is a great place.
Oh, shit.
Really good
Okay.
crowd. Toronto, I've been there once. I'm about to be there at the end of the month.
For
they're an
Blackout.
amazing crowd. Yeah, Blackout 8
Hell,
next week, dude. I
yes.
can't wait, bro.
That's
I
next week?
cannot wait. Yeah.
Dude, one of these days I gotta stand in your corner.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'll be like, "Ugh, gamer bars, bitch."
Talk to him. Dude, I'll never not write gamer bars. It's everyone makes fun of me for it too. And it's like, dude, I was just in a Philly crowd.
Yeah.
And I'm like using gamer bars while my opponent is like, gamer bars are corny.
Yeah, and then
I'm
you
like,
just-
bro, I walk into venues feeling like I'm in a bot lobby. And everyone's like,
yeah. I actually saw
right.
that. I
Yeah.
actually saw that.
hell yeah.
Yeah,
Gamer bars forever.
Nick and I talk about it. He's like, dude, how does he make gamer bars sound so fucking cool?
Right.
Like it's a very. Were you nervous doing it the first time? Because it's
Hell no.
no.
Nah, bro. Because it's like your wheelhouse. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
And if the people in the building don't catch it, I mean, you know, hundreds of thousands of other people are going to watch the battle. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like I know that I'm going to connect with, and I'll always not. You know, I will always connect with the
Yeah.
gaming community through my battles
Yeah.
all the time, as many times as I possibly can.
Yeah.
what it is.
I guess when you first did your, I mean, what was your first gamer bar?
Probably Street Fighter.
That
was
makes
my
it so
first.
much easier.
Right.
That
You're like, okay, this works.
Yeah, you can't
this
do
works.
you can't really do a Minecraft bar.
Right.
To start it
I
out.
actually did.
Yeah,
I had a
you put the Minecraft. That's my favorite That's my favorite battle you've ever done.
I love you.
Cheers.
I love you.
Also, I mean, your opponent was really fucking funny.
Dunch,
Dude.
Dunch is one of the.
He's so good.
He's a fucking lawyer.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
just a witty dickhead
Yeah,
that just
yeah,
knows
yeah.
how to write. He's just incredible. Dunch is absolutely incredible. That's one of my favorite battles I've ever been in because of that. Like
Oh,
his
I can
ability
imagine,
to rip.
yeah.
Like I'm jealous of his style. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
there's certain things that I just can't do.
Yeah.
I cannot do what Dunch does.
Yeah, he's very like, it's almost like a less like, because like obviously you get like who am I thinking of? Who's the guy I've always wanted to give a gnome 5? Carter Deems.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
it's like
Undefeated.
less like backpacky than Carter Deems, but still that level of comedy.
Right.
I thought it was and his way of breaking down the whole like Hadouken, it's really funny to do it.
this.
Yeah, it's really funny. That shit was
Dude,
funny.
he took the two best things that I was ever known for and made them look absolutely ridiculous. Like just made them look stupid.
yeah,
the Hadouken
fucking,
and then
the head thing.
the dome. Yes. What did he? Oh my
what
god!
was it?
Come
The
on, Henny?
cocoon.
Cocoon.
Yeah, that's what
Cocoon.
it was. It's a really cocoon scratcher
Bro,
or
it's a
whatever.
cocoon scratcher.
Yeah, but
Oh my god.
I mean, it was very funny. But you took that shit.
Thank you.
You took
Thank
that. The
you.
dimes and pennies.
Hell yeah.
That I've watched that battle
You a
like
lawyer, right?
7
Be a
times.
showcase.
Yeah.
I love
That battle is really, really, really funny. And really fun. Just for people, if people haven't watched battle rap that are watching this and they're just trying to support me, thank you. But also explain the difference. Explain what backpack rap is, because I feel like you hear that more, or at least I heard it more in battle rap than I have in like actual music.
Right.
Even though it does exist, and
It's just nerdy rap.
It's
just nerdy. A lot of multi-syllable.
Yep.
There's multi-syllable rhymes coming from people that do not look dangerous whatsoever.
Yeah.
It just like looks like they're not supposed to be here. Like just completely out of position.
Yeah.
Guys that, man, that's the only way I would consider like backpack rappers.
I guess like the backpack league back in the day was a league called Grind Time.
Yes.
It's where a bunch of those, like that style of rap, West Coast rap, then now has graduated to Canadian, it seems like.
Yeah.
And then on the other side of the coin, is a league called URL, Ultimate Rap League, and that is less backpacks.
Not a lot of backpacks.
Not a lot of backpacks in
or
that
a gun
league.
inside of one of them, for sure.
Or a gun inside.
It's completely. It's the opposite. It's just complete opposite. Hyper aggressive.
And whenever you told me I was like, I need your full name and your date of birth in order to book you. You gave me your full name. I was like, dog, I didn't think that police shit was.
No, dude, I know. I try so hard because it's not how you pronounce it. It's Policey.
Policey, yeah.
But it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all.
Mike's last name is Policey, and a lot of times he's the only white dude on stage.
Yep.
And so that is a common bar. Is
Yes.
that Mike's 5-0.
Mike that used to be my nickname in high school. They used to call me 5-0. My boys used to call me Mike
so
Popo, 5-0, and then it all came full circle in battle rap now.
Was your first flow state like, I got the whole crowd, I know that I'm like really in my bag right now? Was that the Street Fighter thing, or was there stuff before that?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a completely insane moment where everyone, your object, like what you want to do in a battle is you want to get to a point where you and the crowd are so synced up, it almost looks like they're part of the performance. You know what I'm saying? Like just working perfectly when you end a bar and just insane reaction. That's definitely the first one that was just like mind-blowing.
Actually, I don't think Matt, can you look up Mike P. Hadouken on YouTube? He's got to see it. Matt's got to see it. Just because Matt right now sees you as this nice gentleman drinking cranberry Hennessy,
Getting punched in the face.
Talking about gamer, like Scump's watch party. And then he's going to see you on this screen and be like, who the fuck is that guy?
Which is usually the response all the time. It's like, you don't seem like a mean person.
How
I'm not.
often do you meet people and then you have to explain what you do?
Not
often?
too often.
Okay.
Yeah, not too often. You get like weird kind of moments where maybe someone and like their friend wants to know about it, and they watch it, and you're like, oh my god, wow, you're a violent person. Oh, that's the
wrong one.
That's the wrong
that's
one.
me getting.
Matt wants to see you get punched again.
Pasted
man.
the same thing again. So this is like the first thing that came up? Is this
I
like
I would do Mike P versus Tink, Tink, and then it'll come up. Oh man, I don't even know. I think it's like 25 minutes in, like somewhere halfway through. It's in my second round.
Oh, somebody did like a fan,
Yeah, it looks like this was like a fan made.
It's like actual
Which so
street.
many of that came out of that.
Yeah.
Lupe Fiasco talked about
No,
it.
really? For real?
On Twitter he was talking about it. Just wild stuff that came out of that one.
Is that?
Well, we get an ad.
Yeah, we got to add. Yeah.
I would say maybe go
Would
like.
this be the right thing?
Yeah, this
This one's 52 minutes long.
I would say go. Oh man, go to like maybe 30 minutes. I don't know the exact.
800K?
Go like another 4 minutes past, something like that.
Dude, what a fucking profession you have.
1 more minute. I think it's gonna get there.
2016, bro. That was
2016.
7 years ago.
It's really weird. Probably like 30 more seconds and it'll get there.
You can't even finish.
Dude, I literally, my hairs on my arms are standing up.
Yeah, you get everything on the move list. That's probably the end of it.
That's it right
So you want to do that, Matt? We can book you a battle on iBattle next week.
Like me versus you type shit, or what are we?
It's just a random. I'll help you like prepare and stuff.
Speaking of,
you coach me?
No, I'm not coaching. Mike can coach you.
Speaking of, sir,
What?
you gonna try? You getting in there or what? Next year?
So it depends on how this. It depends.
Oh God,
He's back. Matt loves this video.
my face is starting to hurt.
It's the, we just got like a Chromecast. We're trying to figure it all out.
Struggling.
Yeah, I texted you a while ago. I'm trying to do like right now. I'm doing like personal videos, like challenge videos, trying to challenge myself.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm on what is it, 8 months of being vegan. So
Really?
yeah.
How is that going?
It's not horrible.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. It's not great. It's not great.
Yeah.
I don't miss like chicken and steak and stuff. I miss like cheese because like cheese and milk and dairy.
Right.
I miss
right,
that
right.
way more than I miss like
Right.
I mean every once in a while I'm like a burger sounds great right now, but
Right.
so
You still running?
no, because it's been like 109 degrees here, so
Can't even, yeah.
yeah. But I'm gonna try to get it's getting better, so I'm gonna try to get back to it. And plus, I just got the dog, so
Right.
I've been
Excuse to get out there.
yeah, I've been locked in trying to make sure he's doing good. But
Right.
yeah, so I'm doing like challenge videos. There's a couple of videos that I have in the works right now. But I was telling you, like, I think it would be fun just for the video's sake to like take a battle and like see what it would be like.
I mean, dude, you know how to rap.
I mean, I've messed around before. Yeah, I love the art. Like I love the art of battle rap. I love the art of like every once in a while, like I'll listen to like really like spilled ink style writing,
Right,
like regular, like just regular rap and stuff. And I love, like, Nick makes fun of me because I love like the multi-syllables, the double entendres. I love that shit.
Yeah.
And Nick loves like gun in your face, fuck it.
Right.
So
Like best
we're
of both worlds
yeah,
type
we're kind of
shit.
opposites in that sense, but I think it would be fun. Like every once in a while, I'll randomly go on a week-long stint where I'm just like rhyming everything in my head, and I've never had a chance to like. I think it would be fun because if I did it for a video, then if I lose, that's just part of the video. It's just like, yo, I'm not built for this. You know what I mean?
When the time is right, man. The time is right.
But that would be fun. Yeah, you told me that iBattle would be the place to go to do
has a
that.
home for you 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Lex would be down for that.
And where are they based out of?
Mostly Staten Island.
Oh shit. Okay. So
Yeah, they do some stuff in I think they do stuff in Jersey as well.
Okay.
But yeah, it's mostly like the tri-state.
okay.
Yeah.
And how is you said you're friends with the league owner there?
Yeah, Lex.
Yeah. And how's I guess that's kind of like more of an amateurish style league.
Right. It's kind of like it's like where they farm all the biggest talent. But honestly, man, like iBattle's really turning into one of the top leagues.
That's what I was. Yeah, like that's what I was thinking.
Easily top 5. And I mean, like there are so many stars that come out of that league, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Real Sick. Real Sick is one of those guys that came.
Oh,
from
he
iBattle.
he came out of iBattle.
Blew up. Yeah.
I actually have. I watched a lot of your battles leading up to but I mean I booked. I booked you to come here like 3 days ago.
Right. Yeah.
This has been a quick turnaround.
Crunching, yeah.
So I've watched like 10 of your battles, and I didn't get a chance to watch him. But you said that was an eye opener, or like it was not an eye opener. You said something about that battle. What happened in that battle?
I don't really know. It was one of the best battles.
Yeah.
It was one of the best battles of
it
that
was.
year, and like one of the better performances. Yeah, I was just coming off of the Ultimate Madness tournament, and that was a good one. That was a really good one.
Yeah. I might have to. I'll have to watch it. I didn't get a chance to watch it.
Yeah.
I got to explain something to Matt real quick. So, Matt, there's a guy in battle rap. His name is Loaded Lux. He went super crazy one time and, rapped one of the best rounds ever. And he was wearing a gray hoodie.
Right.
You know where this is going?
Yes, sir.
He was wearing a gray hoodie. And so people said, like, I'm waiting for that Lux with the gray hoodie because that's when he's going to rap his hardest.
Okay.
Mike had one of the best rounds in battle rap history, and he was wearing a yellow Team Summertime hoodie.
Oh shit!
And they called him Yellow Hoodie Mike.
My name is Yellow Hoodie Mike.
Yellow Hoodie Mike. How
That's
fucking
dope.
hard
There's
is
so
that?
many fans that are like, yo, you got to bring the yellow hoodie out, man. Where's Yellow Hoodie Mike? I'm like, bro,
Isn't that shit crazy? I was trying to explain it. Blake and George don't really. I'll tell them every once in a while.
Yeah.
I was like, guys, Mike just did some crazy shit,
Right,
and he was
right.
wearing a TST hoodie,
Right.
and like people don't know, and they're all calling him Yellow Hoodie Mike.
Yep. That's that's what I'm saying. Like forever homage to gaming, man. I just love it so much. I need to incorporate it in any way possible.
Yeah.
Bars, attire, the whole nine, man.
What do you think is your best, besides that, what do we think is your best gaming bar? Your best gaming,
Oh my God.
like one that hit the hardest. The Nick Merck shit is crazy.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, the whole scheme, Tim the Tapman, Nick Merckx, Dr. Disrespect. That was one of the craziest ones because it went so viral, and Nick was talking about it on his stream one day, and I think Tim the Tapman laughed at it. That was probably the most intricate one I've ever done. Dude, my favorite one is Monster on Call of Duty. I'm dead gifted. Posted up, 24-inch monitor, LED spitting, TAC 56, optic camo. We giving hex business, Diamond 2, capping hard points, snake and head glitches. And I said, I know some people here is like, why did he think that line was tough? Well, they were to the people that like that kind of stuff,
dude.
And I am one.
And
that's my favorite. That's my favorite.
It's such a
hands down.
It's such a good way to end it because I'm sure people were like, "What the fuck did he just say?"
Right, because it's not like a video game bar.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
a very obscure reference. Like
you got to know who
be
Optic is.
Got to know who Hex is and all that shit. So it's like, I guess that's just that awareness. You know, to just be able to like, all right, I gotta.
And that was on the Pat State thing, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. What a special moment, man, for like that event.
Yeah.
Like
incredible. Absolutely incredible.
I guess Organic set that all up. Yeah. And then, dude, what a. I've not to get somber, but I've said it a few times. Like, there's a couple rappers and artists in my life that have passed, and I've been sad. I was sad when Mac Miller passed. I was sad when Peep passes. There's a couple people, but dog, when I found out,
I mean, I was devastated, dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely devastated. It's a weird. It was like a weird kind of friendship that I had with him that a lot of other people had, where it's like you're a fan of him for so long, and then you kind of get into his game, and then you start talking to him, and it's like so weird. But it's like one of the things that I realized when he passed is just how fucking incredible he was to everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody had such an amazing story about who he was, and he really was like absolutely larger than life. And that event, although obviously bittersweet, you know what I'm saying? Wish the event never happened, but it was beautiful. I mean, we raised all of us. We didn't ask for a dime. We all battled for free.
That's awesome.
And we raised $250,000 for his family.
Bro.
$250,000.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, man.
Cheers to that.
Long live the king.
Long live. Yeah. I mean, I think if I were to explain it to somebody who's not watching, I mean, Pat Stay he was a battle rapper, and he had like it was just 100% poise. When you watched him battle, he never choked. It was aggression. It was aggression, and then it was comedy, and then it was a way to break down his opponents in a way where it doesn't, aside from his early like disrespectful stuff, like his later stuff, it was just like he was so funny, and it was just, you could tell he battled for the crowd. Like he battled so that they had a good time.
Right. A lot of battle rappers pretend.
Yeah.
He was exactly however he rapped, that is just who he was. And I mean, he was the master of making people look absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. And
absolutely ridiculous.
Talented
as fuck, hilarious, just the whole nine. I
mean,
whole
I think
package.
the multi-syllable like scheme he had with, I think it was against Thesaurus. Yeah. Like the you're so greasy and slimy, I can lean to the side and see the people behind me. Like that is insane. That is
so many. I mean, so
that
many
is
of them.
Funny. That is intricate. That is, I mean, it's just, it was just devastating. That is for sure the biggest, as far as like being a fan of someone and seeing them, pass away. I mean, that affected me way more than any musician. And it's weird because with battle rap, you were just talking about how, some people have been battling for 20 years or battled 20 years ago, 25 years ago, but it's still relatively a new thing. Like it's
Very,
not like baseball where the legends have all come and gone because it's been around for 150 years.
Mook and all these guys, they're still active. That's why it's hard to have the greatest of all time conversation.
Because they're all still.
Battle rap's like 15 years old. So it's like everyone's still pretty active for the most part. Yeah.
Yeah, and the people that were considered the GOATs, they still got to take. I mean, it seems like they're still taking battles. Like Mook battled last year, right?
Yeah, Mook actually battled this year.
Yeah,
he got his ass kicked
I heard
by
about
Big
that.
K.
Oh,
by the dog.
The Big K
the
battle.
dog strikes again. Yeah, Big K's a monster.
When are you guys battling?
Me and Big K? Hopefully sometime soon, maybe after this year. He's the best. He's the best in the world.
I was trying to bait.
We
haven't talked off camera yet, so I don't know who your blackout opponent is. I was trying to bait you into that. I was trying to bait you into that.
The second you asked me, I was like, I don't know how I should answer this. Let me think about this live.
This won't come out until way after. Okay, because that's next week, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this will come out like a couple weeks after that.
Nice. Okay, cool.
So are you battling him?
No.
Oh, damn.
No.
You can tell me who you battle after this.
All right. I'll tell you I'm battling Thesaurus.
Are you?
Yeah.
What? Congrats, bro. That's fucking huge.
Fact, dude, that's the best. I think I don't know if my mic just knocked out, but.
Sorry, Organic. He broke NDA, but we won't tell anybody.
Yeah. If it doesn't come out, in the next week. Yeah, dude. Shit.
Fuck yeah, dude.
He's like my dad, man.
Dude.
When it comes to like styles and shit, it's gonna be very interesting.
Oh, that's huge, dude.
Huge. I mean, you can't get any bigger. I mean, you're talking Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Absolute legend.
Sure.
It's just gonna be wild. I'm afraid.
Are you?
For the first time in a while, yeah. Like I'm worried. I'm worried just because I know how good he is.
Yeah, and you're on King of the Dot. It's the second time on King of the Dot. Well, it's your second time on King, right? Second time?
Yeah, second time.
Second time on King of the Dot. The first one was a tribute, a charity
Stay
event.
forever.
You know?
Yeah.
So like. No, I don't think it. I haven't watched all the battles on that card, but I'm assuming no one went stupid, dumb, personal.
Yeah, I mean, I took my foot off the gas for a lot. So did my opponent. It was actually the first time I'd spoken to my opponent beforehand. Because it was really like, how are we going to go about this? You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, let's keep it competitive. Yeah. Let's not get too crazy. You know what I mean? But by the way, I think I don't hear myself. I don't know if the microphone messed up. I'm not too sure.
I can hear you. It's probably your headset.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, I think plug the cable in right here.
Oh. Hello. Yes.
That was it. Okay. Yeah. No, that is super dope.
Yeah, it's gonna be fire. I wrote the rest of my second round on the plane here.
Really?
Yeah.
Hell yeah! On the plane to Dallas.
On the plane to Dallas with a stainless. I don't know.
Chalice.
Yeah. Yes.
How often do you? How often do you? Actually, no. Let's talk about this fucking Thesaurus shit first before I go off. So this your first like foot to the pedal battle on King of the Dot, and you're
right.
I mean, you're battling. You already are at probably the pinnacle of what you can get on King
of the Dot.
You can get the same level, but you can't go higher than Thesaurus.
No, you don't go higher than Thesaurus, and his style works there.
Yeah,
very effective.
That's probably
that style. So it's kind of like
that's where the nerves come in. Or not?
Yeah, because if I battled him on URL, it would be a completely different story. And no disrespect to him, but he actually went over to the URL for the first time, and it didn't go well. It didn't go good. So my only like strength is basically like I apply everywhere. Yeah, I will always rock a crowd no matter where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? But this is his wheelhouse. They love Thesaurus. He just beat Hollow Don.
I haven't watched it.
Just beat Hollow, on GTX on Grind Time.
Oh yeah,
Grind Time's back.
Yeah, with
the revived,
Lush one
Disaster
and Disaster,
Lush,
right?
and yeah. So he just beat arguably like the greatest ever.
Yeah.
So it's like, you have confidence in yourself as an artist. And obviously the second even when I battled Daylight, like Daylight was the greatest of all time to me. Yep. But the second you get matched up with him, you start looking at them as beatable. You know what I'm saying? And I look at Thesaurus as someone that I could beat, but I know at any given point he could put on a fucking stellar performance. So, and I hope he does. I hope he does.
His stuff is always going to be very well crafted, very.
Every bar, every line.
I think we follow each other on Twitter. Because I think we follow. Well, I followed him obviously because of battle rap, but I think he followed me back because of poker. Like he's huge into poker right now.
Yeah.
And I was like obsessed with poker like 2 months ago. So
nice.
We were like, that's why he was playing a World Series of poker and stuff. So But on his Twitter, he tweeted like a short form content, which I think all you motherfuckers should be doing this. If short form, as long as the leagues are okay with it, like
Twitter doesn't really have like copyright shit. You could just wing it. Dude. Like Instagram is different. Different. You can't necessarily put like everything because you'll get flagged. I'm whitelisted, so like things that I do that like are on URL, I could always post and they won't take it down.
Get an editor. True. You want another one? No. He said no. But anyway, the what he did like some crazy like
the kid twist
shit. Like
in case the viewers need a list of better movies with a twist and
yeah,
whole 8-bar scheme.
Turn his face every hue of a sunset. I wanted the best twist. This ain't the usual suspect. And that's the perfect segue to cue the scene for this. Once upon a time, you flew to Hollywood and flew out to pursue your dreams a bit and wrote a movie loosely based around some useless piece of shit. Maybe it would have made more than 6 cents if you produced a decent script. He tried to get out, causing the descent into a deep abyss, and that's where old boy saw the signs of where the root of evil lives. Now it's 7 years you've been gone, girl. I don't think you were even missed. He don't have the prestige like us, which shows y'all the illusionist he is. But my arrival was the inception for why this human being exists. So he'll hold this L as a memento for as soon as he forgets. You were always getting bodied. I just chose to do a scheme like this in case the viewers need a list of better movies with a twist. What?
He lists like 30 movies that have twists
that
to
have
them.
Twists in
the way he brings it home. I mean,
yeah.
Dude, you get yourself caught up in schemes sometimes. Like sometimes I'll be writing a long 8-bar scheme, and then I'm getting to the end of it, and you're like, I don't even have a reward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's what battle rap is about. You always want to have a reward. You want to lead people to the punch as good as you possibly can, and then but you have to have that punch. The fact that dude, it's just great. This is why I'm scared of him. That's why I'm scared of him. We need to stop talking about him.
Holy shit.
Nah, he's one of the GOATs, man. He's one of the greatest of all time. But that movie with a twist, one of the best schemes I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
One of the best schemes ever.
I think like right now my algorithm on like Instagram Reels is just like LA leakers and like you know that side, that sort of thing, and people are always like captioning and really, you know, highlighting the scheme or the multi-syllable and those are going nuclear.
Yeah.
But like I don't see a lot of battle rappers doing it, and if you do that, like especially if you hit like TikTok hard, I mean there's ways to monetize that. I mean
100%, especially since Twitter started monetizing.
True.
Yeah. I just
even
got my first check, $44.95.
You got $44? That's 20 more than I got.
Dude, what?
Yeah. I got my first check was $22. That's extra guac. That's Chipotle with extra guac right there.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Shout out Elon.
Shout out my man Musk. In Musk we trust.
So yeah, you should. That's what I'm saying. You should. You should.
Am I plowing through this, or are you?
Fuck, bro.
A little, you know.
No, I
was pressure. I'm not.
No, pressure me. I don't care. I was just worried because my questions were getting a little stumbly for a little bit. I was gonna have to switch from that. I was gonna have to run the fucking production and shit. All right, I got a few things written down. One thing, since you're a CDL fan and you play Warzone a lot, there's a debate going on right now between CDL players and Warzone players. Okay. Warzone players think they're better than CDL players. CDL players think they're better than Warzone players. Yeah. Is there that sort of competitive aspect to battle rappers and rappers? Ooh, like pen game rappers, like Griselda type.
No, because I think it's a shutout on the battle rappers end, and I guess that kind of proves that it's like Warzone. No, it's not like that at all, because we're infinitely better than those pieces of shit. But no, you know what, dude? I think that's more with leagues. I think there's leagues
Really?
that have that. That CDL in Warzone is like RBE and URL. RBE
Okay.
is a like a huge on the rise league that's doing like huge numbers, crazy bad. So like
Rare breed, right?
Rare breed, yeah. So like people will compare leagues. But I guess at the same time, it is kind of like the Warzone CDL because we do look at people that make music as like you literally can't do what we do. But I'll be the first person to say I can't do what they're. You know, there is a genius in simplicity. Simplicity is talent. It's very hard to write a song. If it wasn't, then we'd be able to do it, right? Because we have all these tools at our disposal, right? I know how to rap in every single way. I could rhyme any fucking word. But if you put me on a track, I don't know if I can make a hit record. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think every now and then that topic comes up.
Yeah.
Every now and then. But really, it's like between the leagues. It's like who are the best leagues, who's the better rappers on each league. But Warzone is. What do you think about Warzone and CDL? I think
the Warzone kids are faded. The CDL kid. If every player in the CDL stopped playing COD today and just played Warzone, there'd be no Warzone pros. All those Warzone pros would go play Fortnite.
Right.
Or
and
some
I mean
shit.
that's scump, dude.
Maybe Biffle,
Scump
Aiden.
put in the solo YOLO, bro.
That's oh, they hate that.
They Aiden too.
They hate it when I bring that
I
up.
love that. I love that. I still watch that video.
And the equivalent,
Still watch that video.
the equivalent of that Seth winning Warzone, I think, is that Loaded Lux Funkmaster Flex freestyle because that's the craziest shit.
Right. You were talking about LA Leakers. You seen Daylight's freestyle?
Yeah.
One of the greatest.
I mean,
one of the greatest freestyles you could ever.
Mooks as well, and
Mooks is crazy.
and
I think Clips went in.
Tay Rock had a
Sue Surf.
Sue Surf.
Bars on I-95.
Yeah.
Literally the
all
greatest
of those.
fucking, yeah. I mean, well, that's a crazy thing, right? I feel like mainstream rappers will have to hide behind the mainstream, right?
Yeah.
Because there are people that in battle rap know how to rap on beat.
Yeah.
Way better than a lot of people that are rich and famous. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the only argument is money. You know what I mean? Because if you're talking about skill, battlers can lay down tracks. Can it take you anywhere? I don't necessarily know. I think we kind of put ourselves into a corner being battle rappers too. I feel like as soon as you label yourself something, it's hard to kind of venture into something else, right? Because you're already so known for, you know, your bread and butter. But
and it seemed like there for a little bit there, people were trying, like battle rappers were trying, like to do both.
Right.
It doesn't seem that much anymore, but I don't keep up as much. Are people still trying to like release stuff? And
yeah, I mean, dude, I'm actually working on stuff
really?
too. Yeah, I have a track. I play it on my stream all the time. I'm releasing that, and then I just wrote another song that's working on getting mixed.
Fuck
10 years in battle rap, I'm finally like,
two songs.
Maybe I should get into that music I was talking about a decade ago. I think it's time to start rapping again.
Listen, 10 years and you got 2 songs? That's one song every 5 years? I mean, in 20 years, you'll have
anticipation.
An EP, you know?
Yeah. Oh, my God. A 4-song.
Hey, listen, if you need 16, you know where to come.
Facts. I'm ready. I'm ready, baby. Need that Cash App.
Yeah, I mean, I think actually, whenever I was like super into, there was a time in high school, it was like right after my dad passed, I was just watching, I just like engulfed myself into YouTube. I was just watching COD and I was just watching battle rap and that was it.
Yeah.
And
that's all I do. COD and battle rap.
And it was at that time I like super gotten basically became like a fanatic of like Optic and a super fan of Iron Solomon. Like I said, I got in watching Jen battle, and I was like, nobody can beat Jen. And then Iron Solomon waxed the fucking floor with him, and I was like, how can somebody? And then I started, then I watched Ines, and I watched all this shit. I was like, holy shit!
Yeah,
like this is great. Like it was like mind blowing to me at the time. And he released his album called Monster, and I like bought it and all this shit. And I was like, I've listened to it all the time. I was like, that shit's crazy. And I actually sent him an email at the time. I was like, yo, like this shit is like helping me through life right now. And then he sent me a signed thing of Monster, and I still have it. Yeah, I still have it. So that I just because battle rappers and people like that are making music and they're not going super nuclear, there are still people that that really fuck with it, like super fuck with it.
And you know, the thing is, like, you don't have to be a big artist to be very successful. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of people that you can make a lot of money and do a lot of things just kind of living under the radar. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people prefer that too. I feel like with being like a big artist comes with, you know, shit that the normal person really isn't used to. So I think there's a lot of different ways to be like successful without having to be like, you know, to have the brightest lights and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's
Still
true.
do it. How you feel about Kenny and Pred?
I'm hype.
I am so hype, dude.
I'm hype.
I am so hype.
Yeah. It's you know, it's an interesting. I've been terrified over the past 9 years about the post Scump era. As most of us were. I mean, I think everybody in here was. It's just because, you know, when Brady retires, you know, what are the Patriots going to do? And that's kind of what we were, you know, nervous about. But the Green Walls come through. They're still rallying behind Bruce and Shotzi, and they're very excited about, you know, Pred, and they were chanting Optic Pred before Pred was even.
They've been
different team,
cheering for him. Yeah. They've been dying to get him over here.
So and then you know, Kenny, you know, it's sad what happened at Thieves, or, you know, they had to get rid of their team, but hey,
Thieves had to get rid of their team.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think they publicly said that they just can't. There's so much, Esports is just going fucking through it right now.
I've been kind of like dipping in and out of some of your podcasts lately, and I've seen like just in the titles alone that it's been
rough. Yeah, I mean, a bunch of investors came in like 5-6 years ago and just threw money. And, you know, now they want their money back, and there's not a lot of money. You know what I mean? Like, imagine somebody gives Organic and Smack $40 million, and they're like, yo, 5 years from now, we need that shit back. It's going to be hard to, you know, to balance that out. So yeah, they had to make budget cuts, and so they had to get rid of their team. Damn. And so, you know, Envoy goes one place, Octane retires, and we get Kenny, which is I'm super excited about it. Kenny's been an Optic Slayer for 3 years.
Right.
Now,
he's
you know,
had your number. And
can't beat him, join him type thing.
Right. How close was it? Was Draza close to being on Optic? Because I remember when.
Yes.
Because I remember when.
I think we can talk about it now. Yes, he was very close.
Because I remember when Shotzi had put out a video. And it was like, I think it said, what was it, like lightning? He was like walking down the street, and it looked like, it was like random things that were going on, and people saw like a hazard sign. And I remember people were like, "Oh my god!"
Okay,
hazard backwards.
Let's get the record straight. Shotzi's not that much of a genius when it comes to that type of stuff. So, no, that wasn't like.
There were so many conspiracy theories in that video that were like, "What?"
He was just running and having a fun time.
People were like, "There's a hazard symbol." Oh my god,
that is funny backwards. Though. I didn't even think about it from the other side, but yeah, the hazard or the Draza thing was close, but at the time there was another option that might have been on the table, and so then that option didn't work out, and then he got that phase offer, and when you get the phase offer, I mean, you got to take that.
You got to take it. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so this is my third.
Yeah, dude, slow down. I'm trying. I'm trying to keep up over here.
You're the battle rapper, man. I'm the gamer. It's you. This is my first time. It's actually pretty good.
It is, man. Dude,
True. Have you ever had Hennessy? Come on, try it.
Henny and cranberry. And you know what? From what I heard, that's not even like the proper mix. I feel like people. I think people mix Henny with other things.
It's cognac.
Cognac with cranberry.
It's good.
It's good. Yeah. Dude, I was at a freestyle. I was doing a cipher like 6-7 years back, and thank you. It was at a spot where it was like they just had a bottle of Hennessy and like a bottle of cranberry or orange juice. And I think like the way to go is OJ. I don't even. I think there's different mixes. And I asked for the cranberry, and they looked at me weird. And I was like,
who's this white boy with the cranberry Henny?
Cranberry Henny. And now it's just like,
hey, this is my go-to drink now.
Right, it's good. It's good. Cranberry cuts it a little bit.
No, you can't have any.
Mace about to get crazy.
You can't have any cranberry Henny.
About to get crazy.
So I got let's talk about, well, first of all, can you explain the URL coin? I heard that it's the URL uses their own coin for the coin flip.
Yeah.
And you can't tell what's heads or tails.
I think yeah, because it's not heads or tails. I think it's like the it's the URL logo is heads.
Okay.
And then I think whatever's behind the coin.
That's
tails,
such
bro.
a funny
Oh, and
thing.
it weighs 10 pounds.
Really?
It's like the law. You flip it and it like causes a dent in the fucking stage. It's actually like a heavy ass coin.
And how important is the coin toss when it comes to battle rap?
I don't even know because I lose every single time.
Lose all the coins?
I don't even, dude. It's actually fucking insane. I've been battling for 10 years. I probably have 40 battles. I probably won the coin toss maybe 4 times.
Damn.
I am always going first.
Yeah.
Always going first. I think the coin toss is important, but I don't really know, man. It depends. It depends. Do you want to set the tone, or do you want to respond to? You know what I'm saying? Do you want to one up your opponent, or do you want to put the pressure on them? I think going first is like. It's good for me. I feel like I've had a pretty good career going first, and I think it's good. I mean, if you've got crazy material, man, you could really affect somebody.
Yeah,
you could really affect somebody with their material. So if you're going crazy enough, it's good. It's kind of like a beat this type of thing, as opposed to I'm gonna try to. That was a good one. Let's see if I'm gonna come around.
Right.
It's like you get to set the tone right away. Yeah. Rap better than this. Rap better than what I just did.
Yeah,
I think that's better.
And it's probably. Because of your style, very aggressive, very in your face.
Right.
It's better for that. I'm sure, like the notorious like freestyle rebuttalers, they probably love going second.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
What do you think is the best rebuttal of all time?
Oh my god.
It's such an element of battle rap that.
Who's the basketball player back then that had that mask? Like hurt his nose and he.
You talking about the big cannon thing?
Big cannon.
The mask
yeah,
up
I look
shit?
different with that mask on. Like I look different with that mask on or something.
Yeah, he said I look like something as soon as I mask up.
As soon
that
as I
shit.
mask. Yeah. Because his
that
opponent
is the.
something.
I was literally gonna say that. That's the craziest rebuttal I've ever heard.
And then, dude, I am part of one of the craziest rebuttals too. When I battled Chef Trez.
Okay.
I battled Chef Trez and before the battles even went down, New Jersey Twerk was in the venue. Apparently, when he was trying to climb onto the stage, he ripped his pants. He literally ripped his pants and had to leave and change clothes. And I don't remember it exactly because Hennessy.
Right.
But I had a New Jersey Twerk punchline, and Trez was rebuttaling, and then my boy Rich, after he said a rebuttal, he was like, my boy Rich went, and then Trez was like, he said something like, oh, don't even do that, because we got them Ks. Oh, I'm strapped in. Yeah, just like New Jersey Twerk, you'll get dropped on stage, and dude, everybody went fucking
You're just
crazy. We'd still talk about that to my boy. I'm like,
why?
you ruined my battle. You're the reason why that first round's debatable.
That is
hilarious.
Well, I mean, when you think about moments like that, you got what is it? The last round of the Verb battle with Hitman.
Hitman?
When he goes, Big Gerald, and he goes,
oh,
yes, sir.
That's the way you talk to your son.
You got it. Was it actually him that said yes, sir?
It was Big Gerald. Yeah.
That's gotta hurt.
Insane.
That's gotta be a bad drive home. Why did you say?
Why did you say yes, sir?
Don't say yes,
because
sir.
Because that's you're just relying on that, right? And that's a really risky form of writing. I've tried that before, where the way you do it's you solely rely on other people just to get your point across.
Yeah.
It's I did the same thing with Trez in that round. I purposely quoted a bar from him that was not a bar that he ever said, just to get him to deny that he said it, just to say that he would be the type to say that. Like I said,
did it work out?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was like, you told Ryder, I'm like a lunch lady with the tray. I'll dish you kids. And he was like, I didn't fucking say it. And I was like, yeah, I know your bitch ass ain't say it. You probably wish you did.
That's
so
so
it's just
good.
solely because if he had just been stoic,
Yeah, if he had just like
goodbye bar. Yeah,
Yeah.
the bar sounds absolutely ridiculous, right? Because it's
Yeah.
like, but the second I said it, he was like, I didn't fucking say that. And I was
Yeah.
like, God.
You're like, yes.
Yes.
Fuck
you piece
yeah.
of Shit. Yes.
So
Psychology.
we talked a little bit about the second round, Danny Myers, and we talked about obviously the Hadouken round,
Yep.
which is like that's flow state. That's when you know you're cooking,
Right.
You know you're doing your thing. Then there's the opposite side of the coin of that, where you're standing in front of your opponent and they're cooking you.
Yes.
Which is any battle rapper has experienced that, and I just want you to know, as a friend of yours, I'm a fucking real one. I didn't watch the Geechee Gotti battle till today.
Oh God.
I watched it today.
Yeah.
And I got to say, I've heard you talk about it, you know, a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as I told you, I grew up an Iron Solomon fan. It's not that bad. The Geechee Gotti, it's not that bad. You made it seem like you got fucking.
I like to joke about it,
Okay.
and say that
Lean
he
into it.
absolutely murdered me, because at the same time I can't say that he didn't,
Right.
because that's what the consensus
Yeah,
is,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
When it's
yeah.
like whatever anyone says, it's like you just got to go. The last person that you want arguing about your battle is
you, right?
It's the last, but you're
Of
not
course.
allowed to talk about your battle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You keep it.
You have
for
to
the
say you
fans to
win,
debate.
and you don't talk about it if you lose.
Right. So it's like, like listening to him as he's doing it, I'm like, it's okay, you know what I'm saying? But the way that the way it worked out, and I mean, when he has something to use, I mean, he's very efficient with it.
Yeah.
So I give him that credit, as far as like, I've never stood in front of somebody that can bring a crowd to that type of, you know what I'm saying? And it takes a figure like him to kind of get that reception. But
it was incredible. Like what he was doing was incredible. But like I said, as a Iron Solomon fan growing up, I've seen it can't get worse than than what I was super looking forward to for 6 months.
Right.
You know, I was watching Iron Solomon call out Mook every 4 months for 3 years, and then it happens, and I'm like, this is it. My boy's about to. And
one
then
of the worst battles.
Yeah, and then that's my freshman year of college. I'm telling all my boys, like, like Iron's about my guy's about to battle Mook.
Right.
You guys, and then they come to me the next week, like, what happened?
What happened? 'Cause no.
But to be fair, like, I think that was just a bad battle in general. I don't think
it was a hard 5 rounds.
5 rounds,
stupid. 5 rounds on a big stage, like Irving Plaza, 1,500 people. It's
so
just
many people. Busta Rhymes in the rafters, and
right. It's just it was too much going on, way too drawn out. And it was just terrible.
So I mean, so when I hear you talk about it, I hear you're like, he's. You know, they weren't reacting to me, and you know, they, like, I listened to it on the way home from the Flycast today. I was like, I was telling Nick, I was like, I've been putting off the Geechee Gotti battle. I gotta listen to it, but I know I have to before we have this conversation. But like, you know,
it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I've never written so good.
It was
and got nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a weird part of battle rap sometimes, where you walk into a venue and it's just not your day, no matter what, by default. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a really weird one. It was a weird one.
Yeah, he definitely had the crowd. And
my mistake too. I won the coin toss, and I asked him to go first.
Yeah,
that's probably like one of the worst things I could do, because in my battle IQ flew out the window for that battle. Yeah, because if I had actually sat and thought about it, I would have realized I'm in LA. He just won Champion of the Year. He just beat Loaded Lux.
Yeah.
Let me get my shit out first. You know what I'm saying? It's just so if he does go off, at least I got to, you know what I'm saying? And I won the coin toss, and it was like the first time in 3 years that I'd won it. And I was like, oh, shit, you motherfucker.
Yeah,
like,
you
go first. I'll just sit back and wait. And it was not the best idea.
Yeah. But I mean, that's I was listening to it and I was expecting the worst, because I'm 18 years old and I'm watching my favorite battle rapper get booed.
Right,
for
right,
45 minutes.
Oh, God.
Get booed.
That's a hard
And
watch.
so I'm sitting there like, damn, my man. Like I'm looking at the Monster CD is signed. I'm like, damn, dog. We're really. And then eventually, sometime in my life, I want to have Iron Solomon here on this pod, because that would be
amazing.
That would be so. I mean, I got so many questions for him, but like just just to see that, I was like, damn, like the way Mike's talking, like maybe it was like I was trying to get myself in that mind state. Like I can't watch my boy get beat like this.
Right.
But it really wasn't that bad. He was very well polished. He had the crowd, and then for some reason they just weren't. After that, it seemed like they were more hungover than anything from that round, and then they were like,
right. I mean, you and I've seen moments like that where you literally say, that guy still has to rap.
Yeah,
that's fucked.
Yeah,
because the battle's over. You know what I'm saying?
For
it was
sure.
like that's how it literally was in the building. There were literally people that were like, I don't even want to hear him rap.
Yeah,
like literally,
yeah.
didn't even want to hear me go, because it was like everything that you had hoped to see just happened.
And
so
what's
then you're
one?
like, oh, the guy has to rap now. Like,
yeah.
Oh, okay, all right, let's watch this. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not going to do better than that. So let's get it over with, bucko.
Are you done with one rounders after that?
No, dude, I haven't done a one rounder. I think Geechee is my only one rounder.
Yeah,
I think it's the only one rounder I ever
only
did.
one rounder.
Yeah. I'm always open for one rounders though.
Yeah,
it's because sometimes like if a smaller league hits you up, depending on the price that they give, that's when I'll usually bring it to one round. Like if you can't get me a certain amount for 3 rounds, I'll say okay, but I'll do one.
That makes sense.
1 round, 4 minutes, something like that. I'm actually in the middle of possibly booking one right now.
Hell yeah!
Since I've been trying to do my own thing, like free bird off of URL, just kind of booking what I can and what people want to do good business, and that's about it.
How has that been? Like, you were so loyal to URL for so long. I mean, and doing iBattle stuff, but as far as like the main leagues, you were pretty loyal to URL. How has it been? I guess venturing out of that.
It's been good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been good. I just did just doing the Philly event. Main event, pay-per-view. It was literally New York versus Philly.
Yeah.
It was tied 2-2 going into it, took it home for the state.
That's dope.
Bright lights, pay-per-view, the whole nine, kind of like what I told URL like I wanted for the last couple of years. And it's like why I kind of stepped away and was like, hey, you know what? If you guys aren't going to do like good business with me and like give me those chances to get back up on those big stages, then I'm going to find those stages.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I love it. Between the battle last week and doing Toronto next week, it's good, man. I just I like doing what I want. For 8 years being on the URL, obviously you're on the #1 league in the world, so it's like you don't want to go anywhere else.
Right.
So it's like there's people that kind of criticized me after I decided to kind of walk away, because they're like, oh, why did it take you so long? Or like it's like, dude, I'm in the NBA. I don't want to battle anywhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's been good. I mean, it's been really good.
Yeah.
Just because it's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure eventually your return to URL, I bet you it's going to be very well received as well.
Right. And like, I'm completely fine. If URL never hits my line again, like I'm okay with that. And that's part of the reason why I walked away. And it's kind of like what we were talking about back then, like financially, battle rap is not life-changing enough to be so loyal and so held down to one, thing. I think it's time to venture out and enjoy myself. But if they come back around with a phone call, I think it's going to be great. Because to be honest, I'm bigger now.
Yeah.
It's like I'm more popping now than I was with them, which kind of proves my point as to why I walked away in the first place. Because it's like, you could be giving me these chances that other leagues are, and it's like, look at what I do. Look at what I do when I'm there. Yeah. So if that phone call comes around, I'm with it, and I think it'll be really anticipated. Yeah. Next year, 2 years from now, whatever. Yeah. I'm here. Yeah. Shout out to them, man. I don't have a problem with them.
Yeah. I mean, I know there's a bunch of shit. What league was the Rosenberg Raw?
That was on the Trenches, which is Easy the Block Captains battle league. I think it's going to be released on Chrome 23, which is Remy Ma's battle league.
Oh shit!
She has a battle league now called Chrome 23. It's been out for probably a year and a half now. Okay. So I think the battle will be released on her YouTube.
Okay, that's dope.
It's gonna be fire. Man.
Yeah, I heard it went really well.
Honestly, dude, I don't watch most of my performances back much, but I've watched this back a couple times. Probably my best performance ever.
Really?
Yeah, dude. You're talking like 8 years, 10 years of battle rap. Probably my best performance ever. As far as like 3 full rounds of just monster material, it was great.
Have you whenever you're preparing for a battle, you guys, I'm guessing like URL or King of the Dot, they all book you in the same hotel?
Yeah.
So you guys are all in the same hotel?
All in the same hotels. You got to watch how loud you practice. There's so many times where I've been practicing and I'm picturing my opponent like
just listen,
ear to the door, like
pre-writing rebuttals.
That. Yeah. All in the same hotel.
Yes.
Funny.
So I heard you on one of your podcasts. You were talking about sparring. What is that?
Sparring is when you call another battler and you have a battle coming up, they have a battle coming up, and you rehearse.
Okay, so you just
kind of just check their material out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't do that often. I do that with Saga, and I'll spar with like Real Sick every now and then. But other than that, I don't really spar that much.
Okay.
But it's always good. It's always good. It's weird though. It's weird. Like I have harder time memorizing rounds when I'm on the phone talking to one person than if I was actually on the stage.
Okay.
And it's also like a half-assed version of what you're gonna do. So
you're
it's
not
like
gonna
you're whispering, right? And it's like sometimes it fucks with your head because you'll spar with somebody and you'll get to like that haymaker, and like you just hear silence over the phone, and you get off that phone call and you're like,
oh,
damn,
shit.
that bar was fucking bad.
I'm gonna have to rewrite.
Terrible. Yeah. It fucks with your head a little bit. So I try not to do it that much, but a lot of people do that.
Yeah,
that's I got this battle coming up.
Yeah,
you got a battle coming up, right? Yo, let me hear your rounds.
That's dope. And then if there's something that like if somebody's if they got a battle coming up in 2 weeks, right, and they give you all their material and you're like, yo, what if you did this here, said this here? Is that acceptable? Or does it? It happen? I'm assuming there's no way it doesn't happen.
It's the same. Yeah, it's the same situation of like being in the studio and you're recording, and the producer says, "Why don't you say this like that?"
Right.
Me personally, I don't ever get in a thing where I'm like, you should try, because also I don't want to touch somebody's material. I don't want to advise someone to do something in a completely opinionated sport where it's like, you never know what's going to work and what's not. Sometimes the worst bar that you wrote in the battle hits the hardest, and the worst and the best bars you write get absolutely crickets. I don't touch that as far as like, you should do this or you should do that. But I've certainly like sparred with certain people that were like, yeah, that was really good, you should take this approach. But like, it's just something I don't like to hear it, because it's like the place that I put myself in to prep for battles, I don't want to hear any other ideas, right? It's like it's my plan.
I can't imagine if somebody, because you got I always think about the Thesaurus Ilmac battle, the overtime round, when Ilmac's like basically telling, like, when he said this, that was me. This, that was me.
Insane. And that's insane.
And so like shit like that, when like if you're battling and then you get to that, all your material, and then you get to that one line where you remember like the Saga told you to say it, and you're like, I'm gonna say his line real quick. Like that would be I would imagine that would fuck with you.
I literally do not like when people recommend certain things to say. I will literally block it out, because it's not mine. It's like, sucks that you said that. I wish I had thought of that first, but I'm not doing anything with that. Yeah, that's not me. But the Soros and Ilmac thing is crazy. Battle rappers, I mean, dude, people that are in battle rap groups.
Oh, they were like best friends.
Fucking right. They all write for each other.
Yeah.
They all write for each other. There were even people that got caught rehearsing battlers. People that were battling each other were sparring with each other. Like, there are battle rappers that have done that before.
Yeah, I've
like calling your opponent and rehearsing your rounds together. Insane, like absolutely insane. Would never do that.
That's weird. That's kind of like
just completely, because like
it's like insider trading type shit.
Right, because it's like when the whole point of battle rap is like to get to lines that affect your opponent. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you know the bar is coming, then how can it affect you? And then if you're acting a certain way, you're not even naturally reacting because like you knew it was coming. You know what I'm saying? It's just it gets dicey, man. It gets dicey for certain battlers.
Yeah.
I'm one of the clean ones, man. I'm one of the ones that I don't spar with my opponents. I don't want to hear what you think I should say to somebody.
Yeah.
I am myself. I'm going to write myself. Some people get crazy though.
So how prevalent outside of groups is ghostwriting in battle rap?
Oh man, I mean, there's definitely been times where people got exposed. I haven't heard of it in a long time.
Okay,
I haven't heard about ghostwriting accusations in a while. But it probably happens.
Yeah,
I'm sure it happens behind closed doors.
What is it? The Arcane Disaster shit.
Arcane and Disaster. I think Prez Mafia got caught ghostwriting. Bonnie Godiva, I think, had a situation where she like PayPal'd people to.
Yeah,
I don't fucking know, man. It's weird.
And do mainstream artists ever hit up battle rappers to write for their music? Is that prevalent?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I've never heard of that. But but you never know.
You
never know. Drake started when Drake started fucking with Twerk. He came out with Look Alive. And Look Alive is one of Twerk's like biggest slogans. So there was something going around with that where people were like, he just started fucking with Drake. Look alive, look alive.
Listen, man, as a Drake fan,
Twerk's like he died with his eyes wide open. The man looked alive. Like it was a weird thing. I'm sure they get pieces. Dude, there's a lot of famous people that watch battle rap.
Oh, for
athletes
sure.
And all that. Like they use our battles when they're on the plane to another place. And I'm sure there's people that pick up. Sure, there's been situations where certain people and battle rappers have gotten caught fucking stealing from songwriters.
Yeah, true.
There's been crazy situations with that.
You said earlier that there was what mainstream artist that brought up the Hadouken thing, and was that
Lupe?
Was that the only time that a mainstream artist had brought up one of your battles, or? Yeah,
probably. I've had a few NBA players that have talked about me before. I'm good friends with Gerald McCoy, who was the defensive lineman for the Buccaneers.
That's dope.
So I've reached out to like high profile people that like fuck with me. But yeah, he's the first and I think only still to this day like rapper that acknowledged me, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I think after Summer Madness 2, the Jay-Z tweeted something like about the.
This is only tweet. He said, "You gonna get this work.
You gonna get this work.
Yeah. Oh, and Math Hoffa. I did a podcast with Math Hoffa and Method Man.
Oh,
and I was sitting.
Sick.
Yeah. It was when before my expert opinion completely blew up.
Okay.
I was like one of the first episodes, and I was with him, and I was sitting in the chair. Method Man hadn't come yet, and I heard Hadouken, and I looked up, and it was fucking Method Man. And
really?
I was like,
what the fuck?
Hey, buddy, crazy shit, man.
Being from New York, who's the king of New York? Who's the best? The best
battle rap?
No, both in battle rap and in rap of all time.
Oh my god! You know what's crazy? I have to say Jay-Z, and I'm not even that much of a fan of him, man. I'm not even a fan of him, but I acknowledge his work. I think a lot of people have a hard time separating that. Like if you don't like somebody, you'll just say that they're not good because it's like you're judging them.
Right.
I'm not that big of a fan of Jay-Z, but I mean he's accomplished so much. So I would say he's the king of New York. King of battle rap in New York. Wow.
Let's take you out of it.
Right. I figured that was obvious.
Because the battle rapper is like me, motherfucker. Yeah. Me.
Mike P. Michael P. Mr. Policey. I don't know, dude. It's tough because it's the same thing we were talking about before. It's like it's so new. Mm-hmm. Like I could say Lux, but he's been so inactive. Dude, king of New York battle rap, I'm going to say DNA.
Really?
I'll say DNA only because he's been doing it for so long and he still battles so much. He's so active. And that's one of the biggest things with the GOAT conversation with battle rap. Over the last 4 or 5 years, it's changed because of like the Luxes and the Mooks and the Hollows. They're so inactive.
Yeah.
And it's like those other people that are constantly putting in work, you have to put them over.
Yeah.
You have to put them over people. You could say Hollow, Clips, but I think DNA is the most consistent, and he has like 700 battles. He has so many battles. So I would say he's the king of New York in battle rap.
All right, and I guess to wrap it up.
Oh yeah.
before we get into the behind the bar. 2 questions. What you were just saying. One being top 5 of all time. Obviously, I was going to ask you that. And then the other one, which I'm a little more interested in, is who do you have on the Mount Rushmore of battle rap in general? What without these 4 people, battle rap would not exist how it is today.
Loaded Lux.
This is Rushmore?
Rushmore, yeah. Loaded Lux, Daylight, Thesaurus. Oh man. Lux, Daylight, Thesaurus, Mook.
Mook?
Mook.
I mean,
It's actually really hard to not put him on the Mount Rushmore. I mean, he's pioneered most of it. Yeah, 100%.
For sure.
Top 5 ever battle rap stops today. Who do I like? Not a personal, right? Like who do I think is just the greatest?
The best of all time. Best 5.
Top 5 does it have to be in a particular order?
No. Just give me 5. Just give me 5.
Daylight, Calico, Lux, Nitty, Mook.
Damn.
Yeah, I almost have to put.
You kind of have to put
Lux
and Mook
I
in
almost
there.
have to. Yeah, I know I'm talking about like the inactivity with them, but it's hard. Yeah, it's hard to think of anybody else.
It's hard to think. Yeah.
Yeah. Did I put Disaster on Mount Rushmore? I
No.
did, right? No, I didn't. Huh. They got to make a 5th head.
Somebody's gonna go get their carving.
Get a carving, man. Hike up there, motherfucker.
Yeah. So there's nobody like behind the scenes or like there's that without. I mean, obviously it's Smack and Organic, but like, is there like a person behind the scenes? Like in Call of Duty, we got a guy called Adam Apicella, and without him, none of this shit happens. Like he runs all the events. He's literally like the guy when it comes to like making sure that everything runs smoothly, and he did it with the COD and Halo. Is there somebody like that in battle rap where it's like behind the scenes, that person is that guy? Like,
I don't think behind the scenes, but I think like a non-rapper or a league owner, Jay Black.
oh,
I think without Jay Black,
Dude, yeah.
you wouldn't have the professionalism that you have in this game, man. He brought legitimacy to a very chaotic community. You know what I'm saying? He with Champion of the Year to just his blogs and how he does things. Jay Black is definitely a huge piece of the puzzle.
he like started reaction videos.
Yeah.
If you think about it, I never even, before ZSBLU, before anybody that I know that was doing reaction videos, he was with the fucking spray and that shit. And
he
he was
dude,
doing.
he's one of the biggest memed people ever. And dude, he has a reaction channel.
Yeah.
Like where he reacts to non-battle rap things.
Oh,
and
really?
It's fucking huge.
I didn't know that.
It's like millions of views. He gets like 1 million views.
Yeah.
Per
That's a good answer. Yeah.
Yeah. Jay Black, man. If it wasn't for him, it would be a little more chaotic than it already is.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, without keeping Matt here for too much longer, you good?
Stand
I'm
up.
chilling, bro.
You're good, chilling? Because I think that's about it. I'm sure this is the last time, or this is not the last time that you'll be on here, and I'll have a bunch of other questions for you in the next
Hell
time.
yeah, man. Hell yeah.
So that has been the first ever recorded episode of Around the Bar. If you guys want to check out Behind the Bar, it's an extension of the podcast. We play beer pong and we answer even more of some rapid fire questions, and that'll be on Optic Nation. Go down in the comments and check that out. Thank you, Mike Police.
E. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate
This has been so much fun. Awesome. So yeah, we'll catch you at Behind the Bar, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Sir.